In the previous video, we learned how to multiply fractions. In this video, we are going to learn how to divide fractions. So if we have a fraction like 2 over 3 or 2/3 divided by 4 over 7, how can we divide these fractions? First of all, we cannot divide fractions, but we can multiply fractions only. So what do we do to change the division into multiplication? We will use this rule, keep, change, flip. So we will keep the first fraction as it is. So we keep 2/3 as it is. Now we change division into multiplication. And then we flip the second fraction upside down. So 4 over 7 becomes 7 over 4. Again, what is the meaning of flip? Flip means to get the reciprocal of the fraction. Reciprocal means we make it upside down. The numerator becomes denominator and the denominator becomes numerator. Now we can multiply normally as we learned before. So first of all, I will look at 2/3. I will look at the 2 in the numerator. Does it have any common factor between 3 or 4? Yes, it has a common factor between 2 and 4, which is 2. So we divide 2 and 4 by 2 to become here 1, and here it becomes 2. Now we look at 7. Does it have any common factor between 3 or 2? No, it doesn't. So the answer will be 1 times 7 in the numerator, which is 7, and 3 times 2 in the denominator, that is 6. Now 7 over 6 is in the simplest form, but it is an improper fraction. What is the meaning of improper fraction? It means that the numerator is greater than the denominator. So how can we change the improper fraction to a mixed number? By long division. So 7 over 6, we can make long division. 7 divided by 6 equals 1. 1 times 6 is 6, subtract, and the remainder is 1. So now the quotient, 1, this is the quotient and this is the remainder. So this means that 7 over 6 equals 1, which is the quotient, and 1 over 6, this is the remainder over the same denominator. And this is the final answer for this one. Now let's have another example. If we have 7 over 10 divided by 2. Now look at 2. Is 2 a fraction? No, 2 is a whole number. So how can we write a whole number in a fraction form? We can write it as over 1. So any whole number, if we want to write it as a fraction, we write it over 1. Because 2 over 1 is the same value as 2, but 2 over 1 is written in a fraction form because we are working with fractions. Now we will use the rule keep, change, flip. Keep 7 over 10 to become the same 7 over 10. Now change division into multiplication and flip 2 over 1 to be 1 over 2. Now we normally multiply. But first of all, can we simplify before we multiply in this one? Look at the 7. Does it have any common factor between 10 or 2? No. So 7 and 1 of course doesn't have any common factor. So we just multiply numerators together. 7 times 1 equals 7. And the denominators together, 10 times 2 is 20. And of course this is the simplest form because it's already simplified. Now let us have one last example. If we have 3/5 divided by 6. Now 3 and 3/5 is a mixed number. So first of all, we have to change it into improper fraction before starting division or multiplication. So again, how can we change the mixed number into improper fraction? First of all, I write the same denominator, 5. Then I start multiplying the whole number part by the denominator. Then I add what I get by the numerator. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 plus 3 is 18. And this is divided by 6. Remember that a whole number, I have to change it into a fraction form by making it over 1, because I'm here working with fractions, so I will change the whole number shape into a fraction shape as over 1. Now 18 over 5 divided by 6 over 1. Now again we use the rule keep, change, flip. So keep 18 over 5 as it is, change division into multiplication, then flip 6 over 1 to be 1 over 6. Now it is multiplication problem. Now we can look at the numerators first. 18, does it have any common factor between 5 or 6 to simplify before we multiply? Yes, it have. So 18 and 6, both of them have 6 common factor, so we are going to divide 18 by 6 equals 3 and 6 by 6 equals 1. Now we simplified it, so we can multiply now. So 3 times 1 is 3 and 5 times 1 is 5, and the final answer is 3/5. If you like the video and you understand, please press like, subscribe and share it if you can, and leave any comment. To the next video. Bye.